Urusei Yatsura, an anime from the 1980s made by the lead who made Inuyasha when she was only 19. It's getting a reboot this year. I wanted to make a video on this because I think the old videos on Urusei Yatsura on YouTube are about to explode with views if the reboot gets popular. And with me being a YouTuber, it is my duty to exploit any new trend. So Urusei Yatsura is an adult anime series from 1981. But don't let that fool you, the series can get very outlandish at times and kinda silly at points. Just because it's an adult animated series, it's not like the United States where adult means absolutely no child can see this shit whatsoever. For example, the first episode is about a boy named Yatsura who's just a perverted creep all around. And when Earth is invaded by aliens, he's chosen to play a game of tag against the aliens' leader's daughter, Lum. And if he can grab her horns within 3 days, Earth is saved and it won't be destroyed. Now he actually does this by stealing her bra and her demanding it back, and once she tries to grab it, he grabs her horn. Yeah, the series has a bit of dirty humor, but it's kind of a personality trait when it comes to this manga. Anyway, after Yatsura grabs her horns, he announces that he's finally gonna get married, and Lum apparently thinks he's talking about getting married to her, even though Yatsura actually meant that he was gonna get married to his girlfriend Shinobu. So she immediately falls in love with Yatsura. I remember everything I just said, and a lot more because I left out a lot of it. All happens in chapter 1 of the book, which I actually own right over here. And the series isn't really story heavy at all, but it more relies on its characters' personalities to make up for the lack of story. It's a romantic comedy series overall, but its key points are characters like Lum and Yatsura. You see, Lum kinda carries the series with her personality of just being so loyal to Yatsura, while Yatsura is just a pervert who flirts with every girl he sees, and a lot of the comedy comes from Yatsura being, well, a pervert, or Atsuru's parents just being disappointed with their son. And Atsuru's friends, besides some episodes, just seem to not like Yatsura, which mainly stems from Lum's cult-like dedication to Yatsura and just Atsuru's treatment of Lum, which from an outside perspective just seems like Atsuru's abusing his girlfriend when Lum isn't his girlfriend and he doesn't want her to be. And some of the episodes just revolve around Atsuru's friends trying to break up Lum and Yatsura. I think it's just entertaining to watch these characters' personalities just bounce off each other. The dynamic of a guy who can't stop flirting with girls bounces very well with a girl who just will not give up on him no matter what. And after watching the first 30 episodes of the original 1980 series, I actually really like it. I think the creators did a really good job at creating Yatsura. His actions come off as charming and relatable in the series, and you know what, I can kinda relate to his character. While most of the characters in the show actually hate Yatsura, there were a lot of moments where I actually hated Yatsura. I thought he was a really good character. But there was one episode where I feel Atsuru's character just went a little too far. So in episode 7 there's a plot where Yatsura wants Lum to leave him alone. So he gets a magic ribbon from a monk that he puts on Lum that actually take her powers away, making it so that she can't fly or shock people anymore. Now what bothers me about this episode is just Lum's reaction to not having her powers. Lum just looks so happy and excited that Yatsura showed her any affection. Besides the first episode, this is the first time that Yatsura has showed any interest in Lum. And Yatsura kind of just uses this opportunity to flirt with girls with no consequences, cause now Lum can't shock him for it. And Lum seems legitimately depressed in the episode, like it really gets to her that she doesn't have her powers anymore, which kinda just amplifies Yatsura's shittiness in this episode. The remake looks like it's gonna be changing the art style, but to be honest, I kinda like it. I like the more modern look it has, cause the old show really does have an 80s anime art style to it, but the new show looks like it's gonna go for a more colorful look, something that looks a lot more like the manga. It really is a shame that the original series never got a proper dub. While the UK had a mockery dub, basically a abridged anime before abridged anime existed, a official dub that lasted more than 3 episodes is just non-existent in English. There are 2 unofficial complete dubs of the series, but both of them are lost. One of them being completely lost, and the other having 3 episodes that have been found. It really is a shame because one of them did dub all 200 episodes of the series. But if you want to watch the series right now, until the remake gets a dub, you're just gonna have to watch the whole series subbed. When it comes to anime remakes, they actually seem to be pretty good when done right. I still love shows like Lupin III, a 1960s anime which just got a new movie. And even though the series is over 60 years old, the show that just came out is actually pretty good. New creators running a remake can bring light to a series that was otherwise dead, especially when it comes to comedy-based anime like urusei yatsura, with anime like Mr. Osamatsu receiving success with the 2012 remake, to the point where the new anime has its own live and growing fandom, and the remake being considered the definitive adaptation of the series. Now don't get me wrong, there's a difference between milking a series for all it's worth and simply revitalizing the series with new light directors and writers. Stuff like Flanderization comes to mind when it comes to long-running shows and movie series, where new writers for a series base their adaptations off previous work. A great example of Flanderization that has even been acknowledged by the show is Stewie from Family Guy. In the beginning, he was an evil, intelligent baby trying to kill Lois, but after the Family Guy cancellation and the revival, most of the Stewie-focused episodes revolved around Brian. It's like a game of telephone. By the end, the series is unrecognizable from its original source. Will this happen to urusei yatsura? I guess we'll just have to see what happens next month. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more anime reviews, because I might post those more on TikTok.